We are in the hall number 8 at the Henraux company stand. We meet the American duo Copeland and Duda. What is the inspiration behind this installation?
A number of ideas, really. We thought about how can you use stone in a completely different way that's unexpected. Because in many ways we thought stone, when you think about stone today, you don't think about sustainability. We thought, what if stone could breathe? And a few years ago I was in Henraux' yard watching the machinery, and they had this beautiful wire that can cut any shape. I asked Paolo, can it cut a potato chip? He said yes. I said, well,
we like potato chips.
Can it cut many potato chips? What if you could create a piece that you could use in many different ways? And we thought of this as a way of mass producing something that could create many different effects. Whether it's used as furniture, whether it's used as a wall that can breathe, it's very important. A wall that can allow light to come through, and the wall behind you will show how that can work. And I think it's great that you have a video to show how the light can change on a wall like this.
Yeah, I think one of the things that, picking up on what Taran was saying, is the quality of flexibility in terms of time, and that we tried to come up with a way that we would have a system that, almost like jazz, both Taran and I love jazz, and it's part of our tradition coming out of America, to play with this idea of canons or very simple melodies and letting there be variations on that. And that was a big part of this, to come up with a really good melody that we could then compose different pieces of music.
Actually, it was great because we had that relationship. We've worked together for 10 years. And one day, Craig called me and he said, I want to introduce a coffee table for this composition. And I said, well, why don't we take two of the pieces on the wall, put them together and create the table? And so this potato chip table was the end result of that. And it's a way of improvising very quickly and thinking about how can you reconfigure the same piece to create something completely new.
This is not the first time you use this kind of material, marbles and stones. How do you like this material?
It's a love affair. Actually, collaboration really is with Paolo. Paolo Carli. In our business as architects and designers, when you find someone who thinks like the way that we do, who cares about the material and is always thinking in a creative way, sometimes you can speak without speaking to each other. And it's wonderful with Paolo to have that relationship. He understands the material and he understands design.
And it's indicative of the material too. I'm a sculptor as well as an architect. And one of the things that's great working in marble in particular is that it's a great medium for architecture and for sculpture and for design, which is one of the things that with the booth we really wanted to transcend more traditional architectonic applications and actually get involved in some of the furniture. And one of the things that Paolo has been great at is really maintaining that tradition that comes out of Henraux of this really fusion of the arts through the material of marble.
He's supported, this company historically has supported people like Henraux, Jean Arp, and that tradition is something that Paolo is bringing back.
I mean, with Tony Craig's beautiful masterpiece here that was recently carved, and using not necessarily always going back to the past, but also incorporating both the past with the newest technologies, which is what was used for fabricating the Tony Craig sculpture here. There was a combination of the 5-axis cutting, as well as a lot of hand finishing. The same thing was true with a lot of these wave panels that were fabricated.
So thank you very much to the American duo Copeland and Duda, and all the best for this fair.
Thank you.
All the best for you.
It's the same to you. I want to also mention that your first question about flexibility. A lot of the flexibility that we have here is really because of technology. and you say, what is different today than it was yesterday?